Welcome back to episode number 103 of the 3 Count Out podcast. I had to, again, look over at my cheat sheet for that one. My name is Era. Joining me this week, FGK and Mike Jackal will be joining us, I think, from the trenches of a random parking lot in Detroit. I don't know. We'll figure that one out when we get there. Oh, maybe. Is there a Detroit in Normandy? I thought Detroit was French.
The same. It's honestly basically the same thing at this point. There's a
Normandy near Detroit, but that's a little different.
Last night's game, he said, "I volunteer. That's it, guys. Season's over. I'm going to Normandy, and I'm going to fight the Steelers." I think he got confused though because they're not.
He's going to go find DK Metcalf. No. Yeah,
he was going to go find him, but I don't know if he's there. Maybe he might be there. He's suspended for the next 2 games, so you don't know where he's going to pop up.
He did have a blue wig last time I saw him.
He did. And as you know, Normandy's famous for their beaches and blue hair.
Of course.
Off that high, I'm FGK. So where do we want to start? How do we want to start? I know we would want to start with football because that's all he's got to talk about.
Well, hey.
Let's save the
Eagles won.
The Eagles won.
The Eagles did win. You know, hey, you guys weren't the only ones without a fight. We had a nice little fight, too. What was the third
half? Second half, you decided to just absolutely demolish that team and told them how to forget to play football.
There was also an actual fight that happened I missed that. In the third quarter. Saquon went for a 2-point conversion when I think we were up 13. Totally didn't need to go for 2.
It's just a statement at that point.
Oh yeah, well it was a statement of going back to back and winning back-to-back NFC East championships, which we have done. And personally, you know, listen. Well, you guys were talking about DK Metcalf throwing at a fan. 10 Washington Commanders players going after 1 Eagles player. Is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're trying to push? I had respect
on the Eagles player.
It was 10 Commanders versus 1 Eagles player. Tyler Steen, number 56, fighting for his life. I had respect for the Commanders before that game. I have no fucking respect now. There was no fucking need to start swinging. There was none of that needed to happen for any reason. And they were the ones that fucking jumped us. I don't care if it was the Eagles getting the 2-point that pissed them off. That's football. Get pissed off. Welcome to how it works. If you're not the best, you're gonna fucking lose. It's a championship game. You gotta win. We're the first fucking. This is the first Eagles team since 1986 to win back-to-back NFC East championships. That there was a record on the line. There was bragging rights on the line. And they took that, they fucking went with it, and then 10 fucking Commanders players have to jump them. The fuck? In the NFL, they're throwing fucking flags and hats, but they're not pulling anybody off.
Maybe they were just trying to give him a pat on the back in celebration.
It was just a little too hard. That makes sense.
Yeah,
They didn't know.
Except Saquon was the one that got the touchdown. He got pulled away by the first most expensive man on the team, Jalen Hurts. They both went to the other side of the fucking field.
Because they had to whisper sweet nothings to each other.
They did.
Jalen Hurts had to whisper something absurdly metaphorical.
Probably. The wind is nigh, and as the wind blows, so does the ball into end zone touchdowns. Thanks, Jalen.
Jalen Hurts, is that you?
Mm-hmm. I learned from the best. Him and John Cena.
That's
Anytime
a leading
you ask
answer.
me a question, I'm just gonna give you something else.
Did Jalen Hurts drop that metaphorical quote after the Eagles defense murdered another quarterback, or was that afterwards? Because that's probably the reason why they were pissed off, because Marcus Mariota left the fucking field on a goddamn stretcher. Again, another starting quarterback manslaughtered by the Eagles defense.
Well, fucking protect your guy. I don't know what you want. That's on the O-line. That's on the fucking O-line at that point.
Oh, yeah. Hi, my name's Jackal. I got shipped off to the fucking Pittsburgh goddamn bullshit factory. I got to scrub the floor with a toothbrush. Don't make handshake bets with rich people, kids. Let me be your first lesson. Hi, my name's Jackal.
You introduced yourself like 3 times there.
I only have listen. I've inhaled a lot of fumes from this steel mill. I'm not
Fair.
okay right
That's
now.
fair. It'll do
And
that
they
to
didn't
you.
even ask him to do that. He just did it on his own.
Yeah.
Voluntarily,
Just-
easily.
Ugh.
Well, now that we're all here, let's just get it out of the way because it's the most prominent thing we're going to talk about. Because the rest of the week really wasn't that exciting. Yeah, Eagles won, other teams won. Old Man Rivers is playing tonight. Same
If he wakes up in time.
old refs. That last call sucked. That game was actually really good. That last drive was amazing. I still think we won. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Fuck him and his ayahuasca. I hope he smokes it out his ass. And I think what pissed me off the most officially is because there's a few things. It's the one that we didn't play great. We played good in the second half when we finally got the ball because we didn't touch the ball in that third quarter except for one time for a loss of yards. We could have played better, but that's fine. We had a great drives near the end. Pisses me off the most at the very end of the game. I'm already sad. The Lions lost to Aaron Rodgers. God damn it. The first thing out of his mouth is, oh, yeah, a lot of history in this city. You know, that great Hail Mary I threw 13 years at. Off. I'm still coming down from it. I need like another 5 days to to get it out.
It didn't help that our offensive line, they were protecting Goff enough, but we couldn't get a run game going. Like David Montgomery was our high rusher with 13 rushing yards.
Good God.
Jared Goff was 31 of 54 for like 300 plus yards. 54 passes. Yeah. Meanwhile, David Montgomery had like 6 rushes.
We're not utilizing that man
maybe
enough.
Yeah, were they just
It's
not
just our
handing
whole
it off
run
to
game
him,
yesterday
or
was ass. They didn't hand it off to anybody.
Like Gibbs is
They
great when
they
there's
tried to in the first
windows.
quarter, and they were like, never mind.
It pretty much it seemed like, all right, guys, we're just going to give up running it. It's 2 yards, let's throw it. Or you could have Montgomery just punch it the 2 yards like he's good at. But
Yeah.
what do I know? I'm just a fan. I don't get paid millions of dollars to coach a team. What do I know? I don't know shit.
Campbell is still trying to coach the Lions like it is the 2023-2024 Lions with a offensive line comparable to that of, guys like, Lane Johnson and other people like maybe, I don't know, Jason Kelsey over on the Philadelphia Eagles line. And Dan Campbell needs to realize that this version of our offensive line is a revolving door at the middle 3 with rookies.
Jackal.
Old man
Who
Taylor
was-
Decker and Penei Sewell doing it all by himself.
Who was our center yesterday? Do you know?
Not Glasgow is the one black guy. It sounds
I just
coming out, but that's the only way I can to identify him.
I
You
couldn't
know his
see what
name.
his last name was, but he shit whipped Steelers player onto the ground, and that was
The only player I
was
remember.
incredible.
He was great. He was awesome.
Slammed
He was-
that man to the ground.
Great on the O line, and then unfortunately our defense was so forgettable but Jack Campbell played his fucking ass off.
Yeah.
The man
Because
made
he-
90% of the
Campbell's a
plays
unit.
on defense.
It doesn't matter how good Campbell plays though, because he's not quick enough to keep up with a DK Metcalf who can just break one
Well, no.
over the top. That's our safety valve over the top is completely gone because Kirby Joseph hasn't played in 3 months, and according to some sources, may end up retiring because his knee just did a magic trick and disappeared. And Brian Branch Achilles lasted about as long as my sanity did right now, and he's probably not even going to be good to about week 4 or 5 into next year's season. Both of our starting cornerbacks are hurt, so there's no secondary whatsoever. The line can't get a rush opposite Hayden Hutchinson. I'm so happy that I had at least 2, maybe 3 years to enjoy good football.
Yeah.
It felt good for what it was, but I guess back into the basement we go.
I
never wanna sound
we're definitely not the basement.
No,
There's
not
still
Throwing the
Yeah.
towel in now.
There's
He's
still
done.
hope we'll land in the basement.
For this season, it's fucking outside shot
Put
looking
the bag
in.
on your head now, huh?
2%
I don't think we're
chance to
making the
make
playoffs.
at the 7th seed.
But we have a possibility, like I said, of at least getting 10 wins, which is what I want. I don't care about the playoffs. If they get to 10 wins, I'm happy. Is it going to happen? Probably not. We're probably going to lose to the Bears. we should beat the Vikings with number 9. As long as we get a winning season after the fucking train wreck of injuries again, and people going,
train wreck of injuries and the hardest schedule this season.
Yeah, it's just I'd be happy with just a winning season, and good enough. Heal up, get some fucking depth. Whatever you're doing to the fucking defense, fix it. Because no team should have this many injuries for no reason.
2 years in a row.
Yeah. Something is going on that is causing that. It can't just be we found literally the flimsiest players in all of the NFL, right?
There's no way.
There's something else happening.
The conditioning coach needs to be fucking investigated at this point or something, man.
Be stabbed.
If I find out that man grew up in like Green Bay or something, I'm gonna find him.
Well, I mean,
in Green Bay, they're falling apart just as much as we did since Jordan Love saw a tackle coming and went,
That's true.
My head in a situation like this one.
WWTD, what would Tua do? I'd go head first in that motherfucker.
Unfortunately, behind Jordan Love, they have another quarterback that hasn't thrown an interception in any pass yet.
Well, yeah, that's because he's thrown 6 passes this year.
So the record's still holding.
I'm talking about the whole time he's played for fucking Green Bay, sir.
Which is
how long has he been with Green Bay?
Yep. Malik Willis never thrown a pick.
3 years? No, why aren't they starting him?
I mean,
because they have Jordan Love and he's their franchise.
Jordan Love's throwing interceptions.
Malik Willis can be a free agent at the end of this year, and I think he just solidified the fact that he could probably start some places. Because pretty much anytime he's like the 2 games he started in Green Bay, they won. Of the 10 games, I think they've won 6 of them because I mean a game like that when you're facing the Bears and half your team's hurt, good fucking luck. But
I appreciate the fact that the man has never thrown an interception. However, and I don't know how much he's playing, but we'll use Tom Kennedy in this instance. The man's been with our team for over 3 years, and you could say, oh, he's never dropped a pass. Well, yeah, he's only played like 3 games in the last 3 years. It doesn't really kind of hold up. Like, I don't know how much he's been playing, but if his snap count is like under 20 and he's never thrown an interception, that's still good, but I mean, it ain't high praise, I would say.
We're sure as shit going to find out because Jordan Love's definitely not making it out of concussion protocol. That man was throwing up gang signs during the Chicago game. So we'll definitely see what Malik Willis has to offer.
A few people that happened to this weekend.
Against Baltimore, no less. And then they'll finish out the season with Minnesota, but I don't think they're going to do much another than either, especially with Jordan Love having what happened to him. Also, Micah Parsons, 2 first-round picks for your fucking 2 first-round pick trade to tear his fucking ACL. My season's done. I don't feel bad now. What you fucking get? 2 first-round picks. You don't get a first-round pick till I'm 30. Fuck off.
See,
tore his ACL on the fucking field.
Things in life.
They bounced in the first round too. Everybody's like, "Oh, you should cheer within your division. Make sure you're No, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather the Eagles win back to back as opposed to Chicago or Green Bay winning it. Fuck that.
Me too.
Sadly, yeah. Like all 3 of those sound awful, but
birds all the way, baby.
No, because I hate when teams go back to back. It kills it for the whole league. No offense, I wouldn't even want the Lions to go. Well, I wouldn't want the Lions to go back to back. It's just someone new. The Chiefs are out. Give me someone new. Give me the Bills. I don't fucking care.
That's unfortunately the Texans are playing okay. They're definitely not going to win. This is literally the Bills' year, and the Bills have probably the worst wide receiving core we've had in the last years.
Oh, they fucking suck. So inconsistent.
Yeah.
Why
is their best chance?
My mind eyes right now, I see the AFC title game as Jacksonville against Buffalo.
Jacksonville?
Possible. Yeah, Jacksonville's doing okay this year.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Denver the fuck up yesterday. Trevor Lawrence is balling right now.
Out of nowhere, too.
On fucking fire. That Duval.
They finally put some pieces near him, and all of a sudden he was like, I'm getting protection for the first time ever. I can throw a football to somebody.
So this is what it's like.
Great.
You mean I can look at the field?
God, this feels really
Survive.
Dog walk Denver. Denver's the number 1 seed right now. New England was in a nail biter with Baltimore last night.
Yeah, and squeaked it out.
Houston doesn't have an offense. The Chargers are doing Charger things with their offense. I don't think it's going to last in the playoffs. So I think this year's wide open.
Yeah, this could actually be, since I don't have to care anymore, this might actually be a good playoffs. So I can just sit back and enjoy, because now I don't have to stress about it.
This should be one of the more fun playoff seasons.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
And no Chiefs.
After they just got fucking bitch slapped by Tennessee. Also found out breaking news
Gardner Minshew.
As of earlier today, the Kansas City Chiefs are also leaving Kansas City.
What?
No.
They're leaving
Missouri.
There we go.
They're staying in Kansas City.
Other side. Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. They're literally just moving to the other side of town. Literally. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are they leaving Arrowhead?
5 feet that way.
Money.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was about to say, I think
It's even worse because the Missouri Kansas City side has one thing. That stadium.
Okay.
Honestly, I just
it's nothing.
Not anymore.
Like the owner or the GM was just like, that's it. One losing season, sell the stadium, sell the team.
Andy Reid didn't get him enough nuggies.
When are they going?
5 years from now, 2031.
Okay.
Oh, they'll suck by then. Who cares?
Well, they're going to be
Probably.
sucking now, and they're going to miss some fun playoffs because there were fun playoffs currently already have happened and ongoing as well. And Kevin, I do have some unfortunate news for you.
Oh no.
Your Tulane rainbow butt plugs are not going to make the title game this year. I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you.
I went out and I bought the rainbow butt plug just for them.
Did you?
Man, that's gonna make
I was gonna hang it in my window. It's got Tulane on it with all the.
Okay. Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah.
All right. You know what? They made it that far. I still go Tulane butt plugs. Go all the way. Well,
Notre Dame still
go
did
butt
not.
plugs.
Get fucked, Irish.
So
Get fucked. You just stay home.
So who's currently
James Madison
leading?
Also lost.
JMU also did. So the results from this weekend on Friday, Alabama came back against Oklahoma in a actually extremely entertaining game to a final score, I believe, 34-20.
24?
34-24. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I think so.
And then immediately followed up by Miami and Texas A&M to have the most boring game of the whole weekend, 10-7.
Oh.
But they were all trying to kill each other, as Mike almost saw
until the Miami guy. He was also throwing up gang signs. Man,
oh,
he got knocked unconscious.
Tulane ended up losing to Ole Miss, and JMU in the slobber knocker of the weekend put up a lot more points than anyone had anticipated going up against Oregon in a losing bout, I think to a final score of 56-36, I want to say.
Well, that is because they have 154 others.
That helps. That helps. That helps. So, which that will set up the second rounds being, I believe, Ole Miss and Georgia will play each other. Alabama and Indiana will play each other. I believe Texas Tech and Oregon will play each other. And the final round of the semifinal matchup. Or no, not the semifinal. The round of 8 matchup will be Ohio State taking on Miami. So
if that Ole Miss team shows up, they get beat by about 80.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. Realistically, I do not see any of the teams who had to play in the first round beating any one of the top 4 right now, because the top 4 are fucking good.
Juggernauts.
They're really good.
So fucking good.
Ones you expect to be top 4.
The only one that I realistically could see is Alabama over Indiana. Other than that, I don't know. Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech right now are real hard to beat. So
these playoffs could actually get quite interesting, is what you're saying.
they will get quite interesting. Unfortunately, not this weekend, as it will be dominated by the NFL and the holidays and such. They will resume in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. Okay. Well, give those little college boys a break. They need it.
Not this weekend, but next. And the weekend after that, we will see the Michigan Wolverine. Actually, I think, no, sorry. First will be the
weekend. We're going to ride our lawnmowers around the field.
And get to ride lawnmowers out.
Dude, if they get to ride lawnmowers out, that's the only way you're going to fucking sell them. That's... That's
going up against the fucking shambling corpse of Clemson. I think Penn State might have this in the lock.
I'm just glad we got a bowl game. That's it.
There you go.
There you go. We could have gotten nothing. We honestly,
take a bowl game.
I'll take it. I wanted the Pop-Tart Bowl just for the fucking joke of the Pop-Tart Bowl. I'll take lawnmowers. I like lawnmowers. I have a lawn, so I'll take it.
Best bowl for the Pop-Tart Bowl. Did the Michigan Shamar Moors get any bowl games?
Yeah, we're playing for Cheez-Its.
Nice.
We got the Cheez-It Bowl. We're playing up against Texas. We're not the Sharon Moors anymore, by the way. Come on now. We're the Michigan fat old men named Biff.
Right, my bad. Michigan fat old men.
Back to the future. The fat Biff.
Michigan Sharon Moors looking at 10 to 15.
I want to see a mascot that's just a fat Biff.
A fat Biff sounds like a slur for something that shouldn't exist.
Yeah. Hey, you fat Biff.
Whoa!
I'm gonna enjoy a fat Biff.
Oh my goodness! Uber driver would call that trying to miss his turn. I kind of would catch me off guard.
I do think Al is looking for a new job, so
he could coach the Michigan Wolverines and then get covered up by the whole athletic program.
Yeah, they need another scandal. They haven't.
Still don't know how people are defending the athletic director. Still don't get it.
People are defending them still?
Secretly Stevie Wonder?
Other Michigan fans are saying he should not be fired.
Whoa.
Because technically everything that Sharon did is just not... What Sharon did is not the unethical part. It's the unethical part of them not wanting to fire him until all of the kids were signed on signing day. That's the part where you fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sharon Moore also did some pretty unethical stuff.
Yeah, Sharon Moore tried to kill people and cheat on people and
with a butter knife.
Throw out like a pumpkin, but that was all after the fact.
Yeah, but still, no, the university or the athletic department covering all that up. That's not, you can't defend that. You can't be, well, we knew he was doing some shady shit, but we wanted to wait until nobody could say no. Like, huh?
Yeah.
The Devils? There's Sharon Moore right there.
Oh no! Sharon Moore got him!
Sharon got him. Sharon got him. Oh, god damn it.
God.
That's no good.
Speaking of got him, I got nothing.
I was like, where you going with that
segment? AEW.
I was so excited for what the segment was going to be. Speaking of got him, Alex Windsor got Mercedes in a 1-2-3 and took the women's title off of her.
And it happened in the UK. So it makes sense. Now the indie companies, now we understand why all of these worldwide companies are putting their belts on Mercedes Moné. So that way they can lose it on a pre-televised or a pre-taped collision. But I mean, hey, the downfall of Mercedes Moné has begun. And this weekend, I think actually on the day that this comes out tonight, on the 27th, is AEW Worlds End from Chicago. Let me get the card pulled up here.
Chicago.
Yeah, saying that they're in Chicago doesn't really have the same weight anymore now that CM Punk doesn't want anything to do with them.
The Bears don't want anything to do in Chicago.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, now they're at the Now Arena in Chicago, which is not the big one. But it still should be a good pay-per-view. Starting off,
always is.
Huh? Oh yeah, World's End is always a good one.
Is.
Yeah, because this is like AEW's like bookend of like, all right, we're going to kind of stop everything and kind of start everything up again in the new year. So there's a lot of payoff here. We have the Continental Classic ending. We have championships going to be decided. Tag team matches happening, singles matches, everything like that.
There's a man outside my door with a butter knife. Should I answer the door?
Does he have toast?
Is he wearing?
No, he's wearing a Michigan hat. It's probably safe, right?
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess one by one, Sharon Moore is picking us off in this podcast. So before Sharon Moore comes for me.
I live 40 minutes away from FGK, so I should be okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We got 40 minutes until he gets to you. But that's fine. At least you know what AEW is. But yeah. So we got World's End. We have coming up here, I guess probably honestly the most normal match on this card is a singles match. Gabe Kidd versus the returning from death Darby Allin. Because Darby was like apparently for real hurt this time, where they for real had to like show him in a hospital bed. So that way you knew that it wasn't a work. And I still thought it was a work.
Well, and from the way he made it sound, like he was like, I feel fine. And they were like, Tony Khan was like, you're not okay.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to go. And then he was like, well, I'm going to go to Sweden and do ice baths. Because he's Darby.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's Darby Allin. You're not going to stop him. And he'll be in a singles match, you know, a nice, calm singles match with Gabe Kidd. Gabe
so that's
Kidd,
87 pile drivers.
Yeah. So I was about to say, you know, Gabe Kidd ever the soft and safe competitor.
He's a very gentle fella.
Yeah, definitely not dropping everybody on their head every match at any opportunity that he gets.
No.
But I mean, it's not going to be a bad match.
No,
they're consenting adults. It's fine.
There's going to be a lot of side of the apron bumps from Darby, I think. Make up for lost time.
Yep, yeah. A lot of side of the apron. Probably just straight up like dropping him on the top turnbuckle type shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an uncomfortable watch, but that's a Darby Allin match. So what do you expect?
Right.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of violent Darby Allin matches, Darby Allin not in this match, but still probably will be violent. A Chicago street fight for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang. And that's Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn.
They've been off and on injured for so long. Is Colton Gunn injured then?
Yeah, I think right now Colton is injured because they've had Ace Austin filling in that kind of like third spot for the trio. So yeah, I think Colton is hurt or at least off TV for whatever reason. Maybe this is when he comes back, because I quite honestly haven't heard any injury news about Colton Gunn. But he has been off of TV for a little bit, so there's definitely something happening there.
Yeah, and I'm sure FTR is going to bleed during this match. They haven't had the belts for that long, so I would assume they're going to retain, but I'd like to see Gold back on the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Gold back on the Bang Bang Gang. I think if this is where Colton comes back, I think that makes total sense. Him coming back in a street fight, there's no DQ, get the championships, run it back, you know, next pay-per-view or whatever. I think that makes sense.
The best entrance by far.
Oh, yeah, and even better when they have all that glistening gold on their shoulders. I think you're also right, though, that it makes total sense to have FTR win this, too. And they're in Chicago. FTR, they're a very, very, very good fan favorite there in Chicago. So the crowd would definitely be behind it, too. And this one, honestly, could go either way. And it's going to be... there's going to be a lot of blood. It's not going to be violent, I don't think. Like, it's not going to be like, you know, like it's not going to be like shots
like
to the head
and staple guns.
Yeah, like it's not going to be like Swerve Strickland and Hangman, but it's going to be like a bunch of chair shots and then, you know, Dax is going to go away for 5 minutes and come back and be split open. And you're like, well, yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good match, and it can go either way. And I think that the AEW World Tag Team Championships are probably in the best spot of any tag team championships right now across any wrestling promotion.
Yeah, but a lot of tag teams divisions not being run too well right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, WWE literally has one team as their tag team champions for 3 of their franchises.
Yeah.
The Wyatt Six holds so much, which I'm not complaining about. They had a great match in AAA. I think it was Psycho Clown and Pimpinelli. I don't know how to fucking say that one. I don't know how to say the name. But it was a funny match. I go look it up. It just happened this past weekend. Speaking of tag teams and AEW's ever blossoming tag team division, the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions will be defending. So we have the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, going up against Mercedes Moné and Athena. We just talked about Mercedes Moné. It's kind of on that downward spiral now of finally starting to get pinned. Ultimo Moné, no more. That a tongue twister. Ultimo Moné, Mo more. No,
she still has 10 plus belts, right? Ultimo Moné.
Yeah, she still has a fuck ton. But the downward spiral has started.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes me worried is that, like, is Tony Khan going to be like, well, we're going to replace it with one of these, or if it's going to stay on Harley and Willow. Plus, I don't think Athena has a belt right now. I think she lost hers.
Yeah, I think. Let me see.
Can't remember. It was at like the last ROH.
No, she is still the current Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. So she still has her belt. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe not then. Maybe there's a turn that happens on that team.
Yeah, I think this one is Mercedes taking the pin. I think that's a very easy way to kind of fit into the storytelling of what they're trying to do. Does Harley or Willow pin her? I have no idea, because pinning Mercedes Moné right now is supposed to have weight behind it. It doesn't always have the weight that it's supposed to have because it's AEW, but she is right now like the most successful woman in wrestling. She is the women's wrestler of the year for fucking PWI or whatever. So I think I think pinning her is an achievement. I don't know if Harley or Willow does it. I don't think either one of them are really at a point where they should be, but I feel like maybe, you know, they also are your tag team champs. Maybe this is what puts them at that point, right? Like, you gotta, you know, it's a title defense. So I don't know. I feel like at least fitting into the storytelling though, like if you have Mercedes win this, then maybe you just prolong it a little bit longer before she kind of has the full downward spiral. But I mean, even this could be Athena saying like, hey, you know, I was able to do it. You weren't, you know, like point the finger at her and be like, you were the fucking problem. Yeah. You were the one that got pinned. I still have my championships and you're losing yours. So I just think that's maybe how that fits in here.
That'd be good. Yeah. And I mean, having somebody like Harley, who is probably looked at as the least out of these 4, if you have her get the pin, then maybe that legitimizes her a little bit more. Or, you know, you have her with the little Mercedes doll distracting her, and then Willow comes in and gets the pin. Either way, you know, I think Willow doesn't really need it. Harley might need it a little bit more. But it's a tag team, and it shows that, like, you know, better together than they are as singles.
Yeah. And I think I think no matter what happens, AEW did a great job with this women's tag team tournament, where even if the story here isn't that Mercedes and Athena are going to come back and chase the titles again, you can go with like anybody right now. You can just easily say, okay, they had their feud. That's done. Let's move on to Sisters of Sin, or let's move on to, you know, pick anybody out there. You know, they created so many teams just to lose this tournament that now you have a division. And the great thing about AEW is that you can be in a team, you can be in a faction, and you can still have your singles career, right? Like, so it's not like they're really shooting themselves in the foot too much in other places. We have another set of matches that's happening here. Kind of talking about AEW's storytelling that they've been doing recently is the Continental Classic is going to come to a conclusion because we will see the 2 semifinal matches and then concluding in the finals match for the AEW Continental Championship. So both of the respective league winners. So we have Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada and Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley as our 2 semifinal matches.
Incredible matches.
Yeah. Which, and I mean, think of those 4 names, right? And put them in any combination and find one where we get a bad finals match.
No. I'm assuming it comes down to Takeshita versus Fletcher. I'm assuming that's how it's going to end up. But whichever way they do it, it's whatever the final match is going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, the Continental Classic really has kind of served as the Don Callis family story, you know, like that's kind of been the central point here. And to be fair, when like fucking your entire heel roster is on one faction, they all have to fight each other eventually, right? Like it was bound to happen. And now we get that payoff. Takeshita versus Okada is a great pairing. And I mean,
so good.
I like Okada with a championship around his waist, but I mean, to tell this story, Takeshita has to win. And Takeshita on a face run with the people behind him, with the crowd behind him, with the company behind him, dude, he's going to be a fucking star. Because he was huge in Japan. He comes over here and he gets put, not in like these kind of mid-tier feuds, but like he wasn't really put to the top right away. You know, he kind of came in and they let him establish himself. That's not a bad thing, but it's definitely time for him to be like, yo, this is what the fuck I can do. Because he was up there when he was in Japan. He was one of the guys that people were looking at. So I'm excited to see him get that opportunity. And then we have Fletcher versus Jon Moxley. And I mean, this Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley is going to be, I think this is the match where Jon Moxley finally gets taken out back and put down, because the Continental Classic has seen him come up short, and we've seen these vignettes of, you know, him kind of talking to the camera and him even saying like, I know it's time, like I know we're getting there, you know, and he's trying to surround himself with more people in the Death Riders, and in return they're all kind of saying like, hey, wait a minute, dog, you're not winning, you're not the Jon Moxley that you used to be. So I think, you know, Fletcher comes out, maybe does a little bit of a beatdown, and then, you know, afterwards it's the Death Riders come out and Fletcher's gone, he's got a match to get ready for, he's out of there, and I don't know if it's a plastic bag or I don't know. Maybe they just pull out a gun this time and they just shoot him for real. I don't know.
Old Yeller his ass.
But
right behind the arena.
Yeah.
Come boy, it's your time.
I don't think Jon Moxley is walking out of World's End. I don't think he's done in AEW, but I don't think he's. I think he's at least due some time off.
As I say, I think in the picture I shared in the group chat, he's still on like the thing for the AEW pay-per-view in January.
Yeah,
they are fine. They're doing finally what WWE did before that was smart. They made it free if you had Peacock. That pay-per-view is going to be free if you have HBO. That's fucking brilliant.
Thank God, because I got
just
rid of my
get more people watching their stuff.
I got rid of all that shit. I got rid of Peacock. I got rid of fucking my my YouTube TV with the ESPN shit where they took my channels off for fucking 2 weeks and I couldn't watch fucking college football. Pissed me off. So I got rid of all that. I'm on HBO now, so I'm glad that I'm getting all that. That's the value that you should be getting. You know, I shouldn't be paying $30 a month to watch your goddamn pay-per-views.
The dumbest, hardest thing, and this isn't an ad or anything, but Sling TV did a $4.99 a day. So like Saturday, a bunch of college football and NFL. $4.99. You can watch it, and you just watch it for that day, and it deactivates the day after. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I don't want to pay $60 Sling TV. The Sling TV, I'll be honest, they have extra channels, so getting to just watch all the bowl game stuff in one day, like their channel selection sucks. Like you have ESPN, Fox News, and ABC, and it's like what? No. So like getting to just have it for a day, enjoy it, and then have it go away, pretty nice.
Yeah. I thought I was so fucking smart when I first found that YouTube TV bundle with the ESPN and you can watch everything. And I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. And then when they took that shit off for 2 weeks, it pissed me off so fucking much.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the people where it happened and I was like, all right, well, I'm fucking canceling then. If you're not gonna, this is why I have YouTube TV, right? Is to watch football and AEW. And that's kind of all I need it for. So I got rid of it. And just got my Hulu and HBO and all that bullshit. Got that whole bundle and got fucking scammed there because I got the ESPN put on there and that's not included in any of the WWE bullshit. Can we just get like one? Let's just go back to cable. Can we just go back to cable?
Right.
Because at this point, it's just fucking like cable where I have to fucking tell you what I want to get. I have to look for the right fucking package anyway. Bullshit. But yeah, I mean, you know, we'll have probably Kyle Fletcher walking out of the Continental Classic to kind of bring it back to AEW. We'll have probably Kyle Fletcher walking out of one of the semifinals, and then I assume Takeshita walking out of the other semifinals, which means the finals for the Continental Classic, I assume, will be Takeshita versus Fletcher, and
which is a banger.
And I mean, if we want to continue the story of Takeshita overcoming the Don Callis family, how better to do that than to overcome the proto-star Kyle Fletcher?
Yep.
So I think Takeshita is going to have a great Saturday night in Chicago.
I'd be okay with that. I would be more than okay with that. Actually, pretty much anybody that walks out of it, I don't want Okada to keep it because then they just have him hold on to it and do nothing with it for a whole other year. But if they put it on somebody else, pretty much anybody else, I'd be more than happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Okada holding on to it for as long as he did, cool. Now you could say Okada had that belt and he helped make it what it was. Awesome. There you go. Hand it off to somebody that can go do some matches, please, because it needs to be defended weekly. It needs to be defended on other companies. It's a continental championship. It should be going to other countries. Like, this is how this shit should be working. So I'm very excited to see that, and I hope, like, if Okada walks out with it, I'm not going to be disappointed, but I don't know. I want Takeshita. I feel like everybody kind of does at this point. That's kind of how they've been pushing him. We have 2 more matches here on the card, because we're able to kind of knock a whole bunch of them out when they put on a nice little tournament like that.
Hell yeah.
We have a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Mommy Statlander versus Jamie Hayter. The match that
haterade.
Dude, I feel like this is the match that AEW has wanted for a very long time.
Hell yeah.
Like, these are 2 AEW women stars that have kind of always been around, you know, like they've never been in that kind of main event scene. Chris Statlander's obviously been there for a little bit now as your champion. Jamie Hayter has had those moments, right? She had the belt, she had her Wembley, but like, what really happened after that? Like, not really too much. So I think this is a nice opportunity for both of them. Put on an amazing match, and you know, no matter what happens, I don't think AEW is going to lose with this one. Like, you're either Chris Statlander's your champion or Jamie Hayter's your champion. Like, either way, you have an amazing face champion that people can kind of get behind. They're popular. They have their own kind of looks to them. You know, they have that kind of that vibe that you want your champion to have.
Yes, absolutely. And I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it on Chris, just because she's been basically the face of the women's division and of like the AEW women's division. Her and Willow both, they've been ride or die since day one. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it on her, but Jamie Hayter has just been always there and so consistent. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they put it back on her again, because she puts on a damn good match every time too. So it's just going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, you could, like, part of me, I look at Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander, and I'm like, okay, nobody in this match is going to be hated. You know, like, there's not a heel here. So it's like, okay, what's going to happen? Are we just going to have a nice match where it's like, all right, you know, they're going to fight, and at the end, they're going to shake hands, and we're going to Ring of Honor it, and it's all good? Or are we actually going to get, like, a heel turn out of this? You know, because
you're right. They almost get to the end of the match. Mystery person comes out, lays them both out, takes her mask off, and it's Dakota Kai.
If Dakota Kai does an Austin Theory comeback, I'm going to be pissed. What is Dakota Kai doing, though? Is she still wrestling?
Yeah, she's on the indies. She's using Charlie, which I believe is her first real name. And she's Charlie Coda, I think.
Charlie Coda. Okay. Well, if Charlie Coda shows up, you heard it here first. Tony Khan listens to the podcast. But yeah, no, like I'm just wondering here, like if something could be like, if I'm just wondering, like, what has to give.
Tried,
you know, like,
they already tried the Chris Statlander heel. It didn't work.
But they tried it before she had a championship.
True. I just don't know if she has that personality where she can really be like that type of heel. Like, Jamie Hayter is one of those people you can expect her to just turn around and drop whoever. Like, she did it to Chris Statlander, and then she just gave the Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know if Chris Statlander as a heel is necessarily like against the fans or anything. Like, I think Chris Statlander as a heel is like, you know, the company has been holding me back. Like, Tony Khan hasn't been giving me opportunities. And, like, she's out there with the championships basically saying, like, give me your best, I'll beat them all. You know, and, like, in the eyes of at least the booking and stuff, she's kind of booked as like an anti-hero.
John Cena.
Well, not in the sense of, like, because John Cena, people legitimately did not like him. Like, there was the Let's Go Cena sucks. You don't have that dichotomy with Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander would be more like would be more like an anti-hero, kind of filling that role a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's not like a full heel, but, like, is anybody really full? I mean, I guess MJF is, but, like, is anybody on the roster even like a full bad guy, or do they at least have some sort of, like, way where you can see what they're thinking? You know, like, there's always some sort of justification there. The only true heels are the ones that are like, I'm the champion, I'm better than you. And if she has the championship and she's saying that, you have to believe her. So, and I mean, Jamie Hayter could also easily fit into that role as well. If someone's holding, you know, the company's holding me back, I'm not getting my shot. So I would hope AEW maybe would be a little bit more creative if they were going to do a heel turn. But I mean, there's a heel turn that fits either one. So it's possible. And if nothing else, could give a nice little spot for the match. But don't worry, because there's going to be plenty of heel work in the last match. A fatal 4-way match for the AEW World Championship match. This is the payoff of the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royale Championship match bullshit. MJF is in it. That's all you need to know about that. Samoa Joe, your champion, going up against Swerve and Hangman and MJF in a fatal 4-way. Woo! This is going to be
Everybody
crazy.
bleeds.
Everybody
Everybody bleeds.
Everybody dies. Yep.
I don't know how this is going to end. I would not be surprised if they did a little sneaky MJF thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Swerve ends with it. The only person I would be shocked comes out of this because he just lost it is Hangman.
Yeah. I think having Hangman and Swerve in this match together is very interesting right now because they still hate each other, but they're willing to like respect each other enough to kind of work together. So I don't know. Are you going to get one of them turning on the other during this match, or is it going to be like, Swerve and Hangman going up against MJF and then Samoa Joe comes in and picks up the pieces? Because that could easily happen too. Samoa Joe surrounded by the Ops, and this is a fatal 4-way. I have to assume that probably everybody except for Shibata is going to be in this match because I think Shibata's hurt. So, like, it's definitely going to be a lot of shenanigans in this match for sure, and can go either way. But I mean, right now this is kind of looking like the throw a bunch of dudes at Samoa Joe to make him look strong. Samoa Joe walks out looking like a killer.
This match is going to be great.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. any match that Swerve and Hangman are in together is going to be great, and I am convinced of that. You could.
Oh yeah.
If you had told me 5 years ago that was going to be like that, these two dudes were going to be the main event of AEW, I'd be like, well, AEW can do whatever the fuck they want because as long as they keep using those two dudes, it's going to be great. Everything that they've done has been amazing. The tag team run that they did together was great. I loved when they came down from they came from like the crowd and like they came from different sides of the crowd. Amazing touches. And like the story of Hangman and Swerve is going to be a story that like we're going to hear about this like when they eventually wind up like inducting each other into the Hall of Fame. Like that's where this rivalry is going, and seeing them on the same side right now is a very interesting dynamic.
Hell yeah, it is. Well, and then you have the crafty veteran who's also ruthless in Samoa Joe, and he has dangerous people backing him, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to keep the belt, and he's smart. And then you have the petulant child, feels entitled to the belt, but he's also crafty as fucking smart, willing to do whatever it takes to win in MJF. So you have these two other just kind of out there people where you get that Swerve Hangman storyline, but then you have these two outliers that come in. It's just going to make for a real interesting, fun match.
Yeah,
I am pumped.
I feel like if you have Samoa Joe win this one, you probably go to like Samoa Joe MJF maybe, because I feel like Swerve and Hangman, they can kind of do whatever they're doing with each other wherever they want to do it, right? Like they can do it in the tag team division, they can do it as singles, they can have championships on the line, they cannot. That story you can tell in a lot of different ways. Right now, MJF, I mean, I think he has the Dynamite Diamond ring back. So he's kind of being poised to go after that again, because every time he gets it, that's his ticket in, right? That's the whole point of this ring, is that it gets him a championship.
Either that, or he beats these three. He goes, all of you are at the back of the line now, and he just goes through some of the roster. I don't know who, but just getting people out of the way until he gets back to one of those three, or maybe somebody like, I don't know when Jay White's supposed to ever be healthy again, but maybe he comes back. Maybe we get Samoa Joe versus Kenny Omega. Maybe we get him versus Kyle Fletcher or Takeshita.
Yeah, I think Kyle Fletcher definitely has, if not a world championship run in 2026, then at least many days as some sort of mid-card champion. Because he is on fire. And he, like, that, again, like going back to what we were talking about, the Continental Classic, like he could easily walk out of that and just be like, yep, that's my championship. I'm going to hold on to this forever. It's like, yeah, all right, do it. Why not? I don't want to fight him. He's going to fucking stab me in the head with a screwdriver or whatever. Like, I'm good. But yeah, AEW is in a pretty good spot right now, especially no matter how that main event goes, because they either get, you know, they either get this interesting story of Hangman and Swerve. And I mean, if either one of those dudes has a belt and they're getting along with the other, then you have to ask the question of, okay, well, when's the turn coming? And then, you know, anybody else, like if it goes to Samoa Joe's your champion. Ratings are never down when Samoa Joe is your champion. And if it goes to MJF, then your AEW homegrown antagonist, the villain of the franchise, MJF, is your champion. And then your main character, Hangman Adam Page, can go after it. So you have a lot of different ways where you can kind of go out of this. And that's kind of the point of World's End, is I feel like Tony Khan has kind of gotten in this habit of making World's End very open-ended, of literally saying, like, this is the end of the AEW season. And, you know, like, it's going to start up again, you know, beginning of 2026. There's no off season.
Yeah, January 16th.
But, yeah. But, you know, there's no off season or whatever, but they're definitely kind of bookending stuff at the end of the year, which is nice, because then we get pay-per-views like this where we're like, yep, here's a payoff, here's the story. However it happens, we're good. You can move on. It's good. And like that, it's such a parallel from like when we were talking about all the WWE shit, and we're talking about, you know, John Cena's match and his retirement and all of that. We've talked about that for the whole fucking year, and how there's been no direction for that at all. And then AEW seemingly shows us, hey, here's the direction for the year. Here's where we were going. It's this pay-per-view, and they're ready. And you know, they're going to get done with this and you know, gear up for All In and All Out, and you know, WWE is going to get ready for the Rumble. And man, this is the point where shit's about to start picking up.
Oh yeah, we get January starts the road to WrestleMania. W does the All In and All Out, and be a good, hopefully a good start to the year. We'll see how the first ever Saudi Rumble is.
Yeah.
I mean, as of right now, WWE doesn't have.
Yeah, I expect with that Saudi Rumble, there's probably going to be a lot of celebrities running in that we don't know anything about.
Yeah, I think, like we said, you know, we joked it's probably going to end up being, because they said they were already in Saudi Arabia. I chose to be like Isonet, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is going to do that like Drew Carey bit where he's going to pay somebody to like eliminate themselves or whatever. Yeah, and then I wouldn't be surprised if we do get 2K26 next year. We're going to get a DLC that's going to be like all of those guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. The WWE is, because like they're getting to the point where they're starting to do their NXT call ups, because they were talking about that they were going to be doing some after John Cena's final match. And I don't know if you saw, but it's Trick and Joe Hendry skipping through NXT and going right on up to the main roster, which makes tons of fucking sense. If I'm WWE, I'm putting Joe Hendry on any show he wants to be on, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. So it makes sense to put him everywhere, but it
looks like they're having him be the funny yuck fella.
Yep.
And he's currently, you know, making jokes with R-Truth and going after the Miz.
Yep, and that's what I was about to say, is that they call him up and they go, okay, where's your direction? I don't know, go sing. And that's great, but like the Joe Hendry's gimmick, Joe Hendry is not Elias, okay? There's a reason why WWE hired Joe Hendry and they didn't rehire Elias. He's not there to just fucking sing funny songs in the middle of the ring. The dude can actually wrestle. That's the point. Like, He can actually have matches. And I understand that they want to save him for like these big moments, right? They want to save him for WrestleMania. Guarantee he'll be in the Rumble. Guarantee he'll be in WrestleMania 41, right? Like these things are gonna happen. But what's happening to him right now? Just go out and, sing a song that doesn't have a payoff. Because like normally the Joe Hendry bits go into a match or they go into, some other promo or there's something there. I mean, even in NXT, they were using him better, where at least when they were saying his name, it was when somebody needed help, right? Busting through walls and through fridges and shit. Like that's Joe Hendry, not just coming on down the entrance ramp and singing about Mrs. Tiny Balls.
Hopefully they use him right, and hopefully Trick is either going to do very, very well or he's going to bomb. And there's no in between, I don't think. Like the way Carmelo has finally found his way into the mid card, and well, it won't be a spoiler come Saturday because it's going to happen on Friday because it's pre-taped. He's now going to be the U.S. champion. Carmelo's found his way into that mid card at least, just purely from putting on banger fucking matches. Matches aren't that good. Number one, he's okay on the mic. So unless they do some real work with him on the main roster, he bombs. I hope that's not the case. I hope they actually put him in a good spot. They have him just talk shit and dog walk people. We'll see. Because apparently they couldn't figure out anything main roster wise for Oba somehow.
Nope. Oba back down to NXT because they didn't have anything for him. I don't know how that one works. When you have a main event and Oba Femi and he's not in it. Very easy to fix that problem. But what the fuck do we know? My worry with Trick Williams is that they are going to view him as like, okay, you've now shown the WWE universe or the NXT universe or whatever the fuck they're calling them. Like you've shown NXT that you can be your own star. You've shown management that you can be your own star. Now do it again. And they put him on the main roster and they start him off with Carmelo Hayes and they do the Carmelo Hayes story and they...
Ooh, I hope not.
And they...
You might be right though.
In an NXT audience, that story worked. I don't think you get the same kind of, I don't think you get a Trick Williams breakout without NXT. I think if Trick Williams does not go to Trick Williams should go to you said Carmelo Hayes has the United States. That's
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
And he's going to SmackDown because
he should go to Raw.
SmackDown because that's where Lash is.
Oh.
And they're trying to keep couples together, remember?
Yeah. They're going to pair him with Carmelo Hayes, aren't they?
That's possible.
Like, I don't hate Trick and Carmelo, but I know that, like, the normal WWE person, the normal viewer, they're not, or they may not know that Trick Williams has kind of had this whole fucking run. Most of them probably aren't going to know that he was the fucking TNA champion, right? Like, unless you're watching NXT and looking for NXT stuff, if it's not main roster WWE and they're not showing it to you on Raw or SmackDown, you can't assume that people would know. And when they've seen NXT people, when they've seen Trick Williams, yes, we've seen him in singles matches, but when we see him backstage, he's always walking up to Carmelo Hayes. And I get he's doing that because they have the history. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you have that spot? But they're showing them together. You know what I mean? Like they're showing them as like, hey, these two dudes know each other. They know each other. And then Carmelo Hayes Carmelo Hayes gets a championship. Trick Williams comes up to the roster. Trick Williams has nothing to do and he needs friends. Oh, go be with the United States champion. So, I guess at the end of the day, it all depends on whatever ChatGPT writes up for WWE, but that's just a worry of mine that they take two steps back, and it seems to be like somebody brought up like Julia in NXT versus Julia on SmackDown, and it's like totally different, completely different. Some people, they don't change at all. Ilya Dragunov, they didn't fucking nerf him at all. They said, you know what? Go out and do your thing. Just don't hurt yourself, I guess. Go have fun, right? Like some people, they just let go and do their thing. And then other people, they're like, I don't know about that. Women can't actually wrestle. You have to look hot. And it's like, no, let them wrestle. Like, what are you doing? Like, Julia, yeah, her English might not be that good, but like, do we really need a manager attached to her?
No. I mean, Io doesn't have a manager and she's doing fine.
Yeah.
Just let Julia go and fucking cook. That was why I still remember in NXT her against Jordan Grace, I think, and like they were dumping each other on their heads and were like, unsafe, they shouldn't be working, like Jordan Grace needs to go back and train. It's like, oh, they're wrestling like they're in fucking Japan. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like that's what Julia's used to. She's used to just rocking the shit on a women. Doesn't belong on the main roster because she would wreck 90% of those women. If you're gonna put her with somebody, put her with like fucking Asuka or Kyrie or Io, because they could fucking deal with it.
The fact that they probably only did Io Sky and Rhea Ripley because Twitter was thirsting over them bothers me. Because like Io Julia would have been a much better pairing, especially for the story that they were trying to tell of like, you know, Asuka being the Japanese mentor. You know, like that fits that story a lot better than Rhea Ripley, who's just friends with Io Sky and they just do lesbian stuff because they're trying to get the Twitter clips. You know, again, 2 steps back. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
We have Raw tonight that hopefully something interesting happens.
Hopefully. Jeez, hopefully.
Because we're recording on Monday.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Tuesday NXT, Wednesday Collision, Thursday we get football. And if you're watching on TNA site, you can watch TNA. Today we get SmackDown, and Saturday we get Worlds End. Heck of a week.
Heck of a week. And you know, hopefully World's End is pretty good. Nice little Christmas present on the end of the week. And then next week we get to do episode 104. 2 years of the 3 Count Out podcast. That's a lot of years.
That's nuts. Yeah, that's a lot of
years. That's a lot of podcasts. It's a lot of editing. I don't want to know how many hours it's been. Way too many. But hey, if you want to be here next week for episode 104 and you want to make sure that you're here as soon as it goes live, you never want to miss a thing, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell, hit all the buttons, do all the things. I don't know. They all have different fucking stuff now. Leave comments and shares and retweets and whatever your fucking whatever Apple Podcast does. I don't even know. Just click a button if it's there. It's probably helpful. If you want to find more of me, go over to twitch.tv/EraV1 or youtube.com/EraV1Music.
If you do like me, listen to this. Print us out and put us as posters on your wall.
Yeah.
If you don't like me, there is an ominous figure standing in my doorway. An oddly specific number of butter knives.
Oh.
Been 45 minutes.
Oh.
Oh. No, please don't. Please don't. Oh boy.
Oh. Mike, you okay? You okay? I have to. Oh, Sherrod Moore is getting the pin. He's telling me to. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, Sherrod Moore. Yeah, you can put the butter knife down. It's fine. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, go run, dude. I'm calling the cops. Yeah.
Which butter knives hurt?